Welcome to Caching Waves. This is an Elliott wave update for Cardano. Now I want to talk about the smaller time frame scenarios and the different patterns that could be playing out here. There is quite a few. But before I get into that, I do want to go over the 4-hour time frame here. And that is that since our low at the 22-cent mark back in June of 2023, have this as a leading diagonal, a series of zigzag patterns for our 5-wave move to the upside. Important to note that our wave 4 did not overlap with our wave 1, which is a guideline. More often than not, we do overlap, but it's not a rule that we have to. Now, off the diagonal, we expect a deep retracement, which we got right at the 786, just ticked through that with a wick. And we also have our contracting nature here for our diagonal. So to me, it appears like quite a nice diagonal. Now, where things get ugly here is the correction to that 786. And the best fit I have for this as completed is a triple zigzag. A, B, C, X, A, B, C, Y, and then our X wave, and another A, B, C for our Z wave to complete. Now, we did not get the reaction we would like after that low. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're bearish here, but we have to be aware that is a potential. But I decided to take a long here because the upside is so much higher than the downside. I have stops at this low here as well as this Z wave here. Now, there's a couple ways I'm tracking this. First one, again, all of these do not go with guidelines, but that doesn't stop me from trading them. I'm just aware of the different scenarios. First is we have a diagonal playing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get our ABC back and we launch for our third. Wave 3 right now is shorter than wave 1. So this extension here you see at 43.05 cents. Let me make that bigger. I have a very high resolution monitor, so makes things quite small. So past 4.305 cents, this diagonal is out. If we come past up here, at least in this shape, there is the potential. Whenever I see a pattern that does not follow guidelines like this one, where we expect the wave 4 overlap with wave 1, you have to consider the fact that maybe we're going to be repeating a similar pattern in one lesser degree. So if that does happen, I would consider that maybe we get a double zigzag here, and this actually gets bigger, and our third wave is up here, right? And maybe we don't overlap, and we get our 4-5 as a diagonal like that. So that's a option I'm tracking. Nothing will be high probability in this zone, by the way, so don't look for perfect counts. The other one that I don't like either, but again is possible, is if this is some sort of very quick diagonal as well. We get an ABCX, ABCX, ABC up here, but I really don't like that. And that would be where this is a WXY as a flat. In that scenario, this wave 2 would like to be protected as a running flat, expanded flat, one more low, take out the liquidity, then go, and that would make a 1, 2, or 2 over here. Now, as for bearish counts, we're very close to being invalidated, right? We don't want to come past to this low again and drop any lower than the 786. Otherwise, I would expect this to be the start of something to the downside, possibly a diagonal to the downside, and this whole thing gets relabeled, right? But these are the bullish scenarios. Again, nothing pretty here, but if this move holds, it's still a nice move to the upside, right? So I have a stop currently at this low because there is one more scenario. If you watch my ICP, I'm considering the fact that this could be a triangle as well. A, B, C, D, E, right? But in that scenario, we'd want to protect this B wave low too. Or sorry, this A wave low too. This would be A, B, C, D, E. And our correction would finish here as a Y, and then we would start our count to the upside. So a lot of these are not ideal, as you can see, but I did start to get into a position here I am in currently that Myro trade. I posted on Twitter my setup for Myro here. If you want to see that, you can follow me on Twitter. I'll leave the link in the description. I didn't make a video on this. I'm also in ADA, Cardano right now, and I am scalping Bitcoin at the moment, just scalping it. I'm not in it for very long. I just day trading it right now. So as for Cardano, the levels I don't want to see break in the diagonal is this wave too low. In the impulse, where this is a running flat currently, obviously want to protect the beginning of wave 1. But if you're playing it as a running flat, entry could be there, stop could be there. That gets you bigger position size and maybe take it twice. And if it's the triangle, we want to protect this low as well over here. So that's my bullish scenarios. I'm not going to cover bearish scenarios because all my trades right now are to the upside, and I will cover that if these things get invalidated. All right, what's next here? Anything else? Yes, let's go over the larger time frame target. If we do hit this one, we'll go with the low end and the high end. Low end will be linear scale, high end will be log. My bias is log scale if we get an alt season here. And what we're looking for is the 1.618 extension, and we're looking for this for our third wave. So we're on log scale. Our third wave would be up here at 227.21. Then look for our fourth to around $1, and we look for our fifth wave between the 200 and the 2.236 extension. The 2.236, where is it? There we go. Somewhere up between 373 and 505. That would take us well into 2025. So that would complete our larger impulse. So this is what I'm looking for, all starting from this base, right? Probably get an extended third here to make this third wave, but it looks good from there. And on linear scale, our third wave would only come to 123, and we'd have to hold at around 86 cents. But if we do get a full-on alt season, these are the targets I'm going. That's very reasonable, very reasonable. All right, guys, so that's it for Cardano. That's my current positions. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I post some setups in there I don't cover on YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Hit the bell if you want the updates right away, and I'll see you guys on the next one.